In the 7th universe. Currently in the 7th universe, more precisely on the planet of the God of Destruction, it was possible to see Goku, Vegeta, and Broly training together at the same time. The Saiyan trio was attacking Whis at a high speed, but the angel dodged it very easily. It didn't take long for Goku, Vegeta, and Broly to move a little away from Whis and transform into their Super Saiyan forms and again advance towards Whis, attacking him at an even greater speed. But just like before, Whis easily dodged and defended himself from the blows of those three Saiyans, as the difference in power between them was still very large. Beerus was sitting on a tree branch looking at Goku, Vegeta, and Broly training while eating some seafood that Bulma had sent for him and Whis to eat. Whis thought, what a strange thing. Mr. Beerus is eating and yet he seems worried or he doesn't like the food, but I doubt it's because of the taste of the food, because if that were the case he wouldn't be eating but rather complaining about the taste of the food. What happened to Mr. Beerus being with that face? He thought the angel while discreetly looking at Beerus and defending himself from the blows of the three Saiyans. Whis saw that his God of Destruction was worried about something he didn't know what it was, so the angel decided to finish that training. Whis simply disappeared before appearing behind the Saiyans and throwing the three of them into the lake on the planet. Guys, before continuing this epic story, leave your like, and of course, if you want to help the channel even more, leave your super thanks and help the channel financially, and of course subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any news. Whis said, let's end combat training for today. I'm going to give you some time to rest. Enjoy this rest and go eat something to have more energy for the next training, because you're going to need energy, said the angel to the three Saiyans, who nodded in agreement, except Broly, who started fighting with the giant fish in the lake, and seeing this Whis gave a short laugh and went to Beerus. Beerus said, what happened, Whis? I thought the training would be something more rigid. I thought you were going to put them to fight against each other, but you just made them attack you and you were defending yourself and dodging their blows, Beerus said while looking at his angel, who soon sat down next to him. Whis said, this was just warm-up training. Today will not be combat training. But I didn't stop training for them to rest, but because of you, Mr. Beerus, he said the angel while looking at Beerus, who, upon hearing that, became confused. Beerus said, what do you mean I'm the reason you took this break from training? Could you explain this better to me, Whis? Beerus asked as he was still very confused by his angel's words. Whis said, Mr. Beerus, I would like to know why you are like this. I noticed that you are a little unmotivated and you are not eating like you normally do. You are normally happy eating, but this time you were eating and you still had this closed and pensive look on your face. I would like to know what is wrong with you. Because I am your angel and also a friend, I will do my best to help you with your queries. Beerus said, apparently I can't hide anything from you, but that's not something I should be surprised about. After all, you've been by my side for so many years, so it wouldn't be a surprise if you can analyze me and know when there's something wrong with me. Whis said, we have been together for many years and I can understand you just by looking at your face or your aura. So tell me, Mr. Beerus, what is worrying you? I noticed that you've been like this for a few days now, said the angel, because he knew his friend and knew that it might not be something simple for Beerus to be behaving that way. Beerus said, well, I was recently thinking about that prophetic dream of mine where I faced the Super Saiyan God, and thanks to that dream I ended up meeting Goku and Vegeta and making them both gain the power of the gods. At that time I thought that my destiny was to fight the Super Saiyan God, and with that I would end up facing someone extremely powerful, but I ended up meeting Goku and making him become a god through that Saiyan ritual. I admit that that battle against Goku was incredible because I hadn't fought like that in many centuries. But recently, while you were training those three Saiyans, I ended up hearing that green-skinned girl who is Broly's friend talking about the first Saiyan who got the power divine, known as Yamoshi, who was the first Super Saiyan God, said the God of Destruction with a slightly serious and fearful look because of his own thoughts. Whis said, I had thought that you had already left this story of your dream aside after defeating Son Goku in a fight where he was using the power of the Super Saiyan God, so your prophetic dream has already come true, right? So why come back to this subject after so long? Asked the angel while looking with some curiosity at his god of destruction. Beerus said, after I heard again about the Super Saiyan God, I didn't care much at first, but the name Yamoshi sent shivers all over my body as if it were a natural instinct of an animal facing a predator that was going to devour it. I don't remember I felt a fear as great as this for thousands of years, and that's why I'm acting strangely. Basically, I'm scared of Yamoshi, and I don't even know why I was so scared, and it makes me angry, very angry. Beerus said while grinding his teeth. He was very angry with himself for feeling so afraid of the simple name of the first Super Saiyan God. Beerus didn't know why, much less how strong Yamoshi was in the past. Whis said, I see. I already understand why you are feeling this way, Mr. Beerus. In my opinion, your mind made you believe that Yamoshi is the Super Saiyan God who appeared in your premonition and that he was a monster without a name or face, and that was why you ended up associating him with Goku, who was the Super Saiyan God that you faced. But now that you have more information about Yamoshi, your mind has developed a monster called Yamoshi that for you, he is more powerful and will be the one who will kill you. And let me ask you, did you go looking for more information about Yamoshi, wasn't it? The angel asked, already knowing that Beerus had more information about Yamoshi and that Beerus' mind ended up creating a defense mechanism that made Beerus want to avoid Yamoshi. Beerus said, yes, I was curious about who the Super Saiyan God would be, so I did my research, but I only managed to discover some of his feats, and from what I discovered that he was as strong as a god of destruction, and there was a god of destruction of another universe that ended up fighting this Super Saiyan God, and this god of destruction was defeated, which made me afraid, but after finding out this Saiyan's name was Yamoshi, I ended up being afraid, and that's not something natural for me. Beerus said while laughing lightly, as he really wasn't used to that feeling of being scared. Whis said, I see. So knowing that Yamoshi already faced a god of destruction and eliminated him made you afraid that at some point or in some way Yamoshi would return and end up eliminating you, just like what happened with the other god of destruction. Now I know what happened to Kayak. Until today, I didn't know exactly how he ended up being killed, but now I know that it was Yamoshi who eliminated Kayak, but you are much stronger than Kayak. The angel said, I finally understood how an ancient god of destruction lost his life. Beerus said, still I have this fear inside me. I wish I had a way to get rid of this fear, but I find that difficult to happen. Beerus said as he looked at his angel, who thought a little before speaking. Whis said, the only way for you to get rid of this fear would be to fight Yamoshi and defeat him. Let's go after the Super Dragon Balls to bring Yamoshi back to life so you can face him and defeat him. Only then will you return to be the Mr. Beerus I know, said the angel, giving a suggestion to Beerus, who was surprised and a little scared by the idea of facing Yamoshi. Beerus said, do you really think I'm strong enough to defeat Yamoshi? Because I don't think I'm that strong. But you've never lied to me before, and you wouldn't do that now, so be honest and tell me whether or not I'm capable of facing Yamoshi and defeating him in combat. Beerus asked seriously to Whis, who smiled. Whis said, yes, I'm sure you're capable of facing and defeating Yamoshi, said the angel while a big smile appeared on his face, which made Beerus sigh and give a light laugh. Beerus said, if you're saying it, I'll believe it, so let's go after the Super Dragon Balls to bring Yamoshi back to life and put an end to my stupid fear. Beerus said while a big smile appeared on his face, which made Whis happy. With that, we will end today's video. If you want to see the continuation of this incredible story, leave a lot of likes on the video and comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So see you another day, guys.